This is Robert Polenic, the owner of Brutal Iron Gym. I want to share a quick tip, something I do to warm up my adductors, kind of my inner groin area before squatting. So if anybody ever notices when they squat that they have very tight, kind of either pinching pain up in their groin or it feels kind of tight along their adductor, one of the things we can do to kind of warm that up is a modified version of what's called a Cossack squat. So if you were to get in a wide enough stance to where, say I was sumo deadlifting, I would want to have my feet wide, my toes pointed out, and back up a little bit, there you go. Toes pointed out, so that way when I reach down to grab the bar, my knees are kind of over top of my heels. So that would be a good width to be in. Typically for a Cossack squat, you would sit back, but your chest would stay up, and you would kind of tilt from one side, tilt to the other side. One of the things I don't like about that is it has to do with kind of thoracic mobility. It activates a bunch of other muscles. If I'm wanting to just isolate my tight adductors, we can actually do that movement, but actually keep our chest pointing to the floor. So you're gonna get to see a bald spot in my head maybe, but what we wanna do is actually tilt at our hips to where my chest is actually facing down towards the floor, as if I'm reaching to touch the floor. Then what I want to do is actually sit over to this side, and I'm going to feel a much better stretch just in that adductor. I'll then sit over to the other side, feel a much better stretch. By allowing myself to lean over, I can actually hyper isolate just that inside area. So if I go sideways, you can see, okay, same position. I'm going to tilt forward, and then like I said, I'm just going to kind of lean over, lean back, and just kind of switch back and forth, but I'm allowing myself to stay leaning forward. This in itself is a great stretch for your adductors, just being in that wide stance, trying to keep your legs not hyperextended, but just a little bit of bent, but pretty much straight, and then trying to push your hips back, and sitting like this is a great way to open up the adductors and everything. You can just hang out there for a little bit if you want, kind of contract the glutes, relax the glutes, contract your glutes, relax your glutes, and that'll let you just sink further down into that stretch. So after I do some cross-legged glute stretches, which I'll show a link for that in the description of this video, I do some cross-legged glute stretches to open up my inner glute muscles. I then do this variation of a Cossack squat, open up my adductors, and then I'm kind of good to go from there. I either get into some lunges, some other odds and ends, or I'll go right into squatting. So this is a tip you can use if you're having tight adductors, tight inner groin area. You can try this modified Cossack squat by leaning over, letting your chest face the floor, and squatting side to side. If you have any questions, if you ever need anything else, just email us at brutalirongym@gmail.com. We have a daily podcast, has well over 100,000 downloads, over 1,000 episodes. You can check that out on all podcast platforms under the name Brutal Iron Gym. If you need anything, we're always here. Thank you for watching this video. Give this a try, and good luck.